So yeah, we're playing Samurai Bringer today. This is a kind of a hack and slash game. It's an RPG, and of course it's the art style is heavily influenced by Japan, as it goes. The dev is a team of devs. They've made one game before this, which was a tennis game. Kind of blanking on the name, but apparently that game's fun too. But yeah, so this game is a roguelite game where you have to go fight a 8-headed serpent named Yamata no Orochi. Oh, just gonna check it. This is my kind of game. Nice, yeah. So you have to fight an 8-headed serpent named Yamata no Orochi, which is a god from Japanese mythology. So let's see. If I'm gonna TLDR the lore real quick, we're playing as a guy named Susano, whose sister's name is Amaterasu, right? You've probably heard of these gods, especially if you played Smite. But yeah, so Susano's a god of destruction, as far as I remember. Anyway, so he goes on a rampage, and then his sister banishes him to this realm where she sends hordes of samurai to fight him. And then in the intro of the game, they say the real reason for this is unknown. So I guess if that's the case, I can't really say too much more than that. But let's see. Yeah, so we meet a girl in this realm, and then she gets sacrificed to the 8-headed serpent, which is who we are supposed to go and defeat now. And as she was being sacrificed, we gave her... No, sorry. Before that, we gave her an amulet so that when she is being sacrificed, she ended up being protected by the amulet. So now she's captured by Yamata no Orochi, but isn't dead. Yeah. So, TLDR, we're here to save a lady from an 8-headed serpent. There you go. That's the TLDR. Okay. So that's the general idea of the game. Now I'll kind of get into the mechanics. So this is the map, which can tell you, I mean, obviously what's there. That's what a map does. So, yeah. So for this, I'll kind of go through the symbols. So you can see on the bottom side, we have a treasure chest. So I'm going to go pick that up because we have 2 keys right now, if you can see under my character in the top left. So, yeah. I'm going to go and see if I can get over to that treasure chest. But yeah, these treasure chests have armaments which give you different passives if they have passives equipped to them. So I'll just give some examples. So these are the armaments I have equipped right now. We have storm resistance, which means any damage dealt by storm elements are canceled. Collector, which makes it so you absorb any arms and skills in the immediate vicinity. Lightning res is resistant to lightning, and then enhanced HP doubles your HP percentage based. So if you're at 200, you go to 400, etc., etc. Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can make it. Okay. Also, if the waterfall is really loud, let me know. It's kind of hard to tell. There we go. Okay. So now we got self-healing, which means when we're out of combat, we should be able to just get some healing in. There we go. Yeah, and then on top of this, you can see that if you place them in different places, it changes how it looks. So if I put this here, then we're going to have this helmet on. If you put this here, then I'm going to be bald with a bandana. There's definitely a word for that, but I'm just going to go with bandana for now. And then, yeah, of course, you can see on the right side of each of these armaments, they have a weapon symbol. So, for example, we have 2 guns here. We have an axe, we have a sword, and we have a spear. So if we switch them out, then the armament becomes a weapon instead, right? And you can, of course, move the hands, and you can double equip, right? The only thing so double equipping can give the potential of double damage, I guess, but with the offset of using double stamina. So, and then what attacks you're using, of course, is dependent on your skills, which I'll get into in a second. So now I'll just show you guys a brief introduction to the skills. So skills the skills make it so you can put your different attacks and different abilities into different slots. So for example, if I want the jump not on my B button, but I want it on my X, I can do so, right? And then on top of that, you can customize what these things do, right? So these are what we have unlocked right now. So for melee, we have these. You can see because it has a sword symbol, which means any kind of melee weapon will do it. Otherwise, this is one of the, not unlocked ones, so we can't find out quite yet. This is for war fans. So if you have a war fan, you specifically have to use this moveset as a base. Bows use this. Covering fire is this. So scrolls will act differently with different weapons most of the time. So with this one, you can do things like reverse slicing. You can make it bigger so that when we use our weapon, it'll get bigger. So for example, if I just use it right now, like this, you'll see that the spear actually physically gets probably, well, I think right now it's like double the size maybe. So you can get some really good reach with that, right? So that's great for ad clearing. Then we can add more to it. So since we have a good amount of stamina right now, we have 84. Each scroll takes about 1 stamina as far as I remember. So for example, I want to continue this. Maybe I'll put Samidare. So Samidare makes it so once you hit, there's a reanimation of that hit that follows. So it's kind of hard to explain that one, but there's multiple instances for the same attack. So you see that there's a following after. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. Oh, that's the wrong button. Sorry. There we go. That'll be what it was. My bad. They both have Samidare. So for me, I like to add Storm, especially for ad clearing, because Storm is a special element that pulls people in. There we go. Oh. So now we got some new passives. We'll just put one of these on. Maybe on Storm Resistance, because it hasn't mattered yet. But yeah, for example, when I go over here and I use a Storm, you can see that everyone gets pulled in, and you can do that. Alright, let's see. We should probably start with some puzzles to get ourselves up in level. So puzzles give us more SP or up the max of our usable SP per attack. I'm not sure if that makes a bunch of sense, but I'll show you in the menu exactly what that means after this puzzle, because you're not allowed to pull up the menu in the middle. So yeah, there you go, Puzzle Master here. The puzzles start very easy, but they'll definitely get harder, and then if I get stuck on one on stream, it's gonna be rough, but y'all are patient apparently, because we have so much technical difficulties that, I mean, if you guys can wait through that, I'm sure you can get through the puzzle. Alright, so as I was talking about earlier, we have the SP that can be modified, so you can see that it's 88 on the top right side. But if we go into the actual attacks, you can see also that on the top right of the skill info, you can see that SP is at 9 out of 9 right now. So that is the max SP that we can use per an attack. So if we look at these scrolls, we have 2, 4, 2, and 1, which the sum of that is of course 9. Right? So knowing that this is the max that we can do per attack right now, but you can get that number up really high. And then when I show you guys my tryhard late game account, then you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Woo! Oh my god. Okay, that was rough. Okay, so I just really got 100 to nothing there. So you really want to watch out for these kinds of enemies. There's some that are called Brave Generals. These are just really powerful enemies that can just absolutely wreck you. Does anyone have any preference on any kind of weapons they want to see? There's plenty of different types. These are called double-edged swords. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Okay, maybe we should do this one. I wonder if we can change this from a jump to a dash, though. It looks like we can't do it in here. But as you can see for that move, you start floating up in the air with your spinning attacks. Kind of like a helicopter. But that might be more useful for vertical fights. Fights with a vertical aspect to it. So some bosses or some enemies are airborne. So that would be really useful in that sense. Maybe if we had a step to it. Not so useful. You can see he does an attack and then a feint after, but the actual distance of it doesn't seem to be too far. How can we mess with this? Maybe like this? A lot of this game is just experimenting down until you find something that runs an animation you like. So they purposely kept out any listings of... not a fan. Any listings of what these things do, because they wanted you to try and figure it out like those retro games. So, there we go, this is something better. Alright, so we're just gonna go like this for a while. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so, I mean, you're definitely rewarded for some better mechanic. I mean, for messing around with the different attacks. Alright, I think we'll just jump into the boss. Yeah, I think we're strong enough now. Let me check our max, see if it's gone up. Oh, it is gone up. So since our max has gone up, I'm gonna add Ooh. Dodaro. I think maybe some Samidare would go nicely. So this will make it so anything that isn't knocked back by our spin attack will also be hit by it with the reoccurring hits from Samidare, which is the, how do you see, multiple instances of being hit. Whoa. Alright, so that guy's a hammer boyo. Luckily we hit faster than him, and we do a lot of damage. Oh, this is great. Alright, that was good. So yeah, as you can see, that you get very much rewarded for experimenting with different types of combos. This one, honestly, I didn't really know about before this, so that worked out. Oh, there we go. And you can see that for bosses, they have criticals after they're done with their attacks. So, whoop. In the sense of, I mean, I guess similar to Dark Souls, you have a timing and window that you should probably be attacking. Ooh. Man, okay. So yeah, today we're gonna be fighting the Great Oni. He's got his classic big ol' hammer. And his Oni no pantsu. Oh, sorry, his, well, in English it's just like, Oni pants. There's a song for it, I swear, it's normal. Yeah, the lamp yokais, yeah, I love those. Those also scale with the time, which can make them a bit of a pain later. So if you get into really late game, I think it's like one yokai of the one lantern yokai per stage, or per day. Can't exactly remember which, but they can get up really, really, really high, and then you'll just have a bunch of them you have to, Jesus, get through. All right, let's see. I want to get one boss down. I think last time we just lost every time. Oh man. So I'm hoping we get some out of this. But as soon as I said that, I just got, oh, not so bad, not so bad. There we go. What is he doing? What's he doing? He's just running. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. So that one does a lot of damage, so you have to be careful with that. That and his big slam attack. Yeah, so, oh, yeah, let's see. What else is coming up? So we got the Samurai stream today. We had to do this one impromptu. So the reason we ended up doing this was, I mean, one, I wanted to do more coverage on this game. But also, I didn't record the last stream. So we ended up realizing that we should probably just get some better looking footage because we wanted to have it up on the Steam page, so there we go. Okay, so we got this guy down. That'll be great for us. So now we get an extra 100 health on top of our base health, which will be really helpful for us. Now we're at 400, and then you get free coins. There we go. Yeah, payback for the giving it. Alright, so we're just gonna jump into my try hard account and we'll see what we can do here. So if you didn't see this last stream, this will be a lot. If you did see this last stream, I did not change anything since then because I was worried about showing too much but for the reoccurring viewers. But yeah, we'll start with our basics. We got our bow here. So this is an upgraded bow with 8 shots. And it looks like punch through and some explosions. So of course, using that, you can really just get some fireworks going. And that's just with a couple shots. I mean, really, you can... also, you can do things like, if you add jumps to these, you can do them in the air, kind of like that. So if you're really going to rain from above, you can just kind of go like that. And if there was anyone in the area, they would just, yeah, see, like, that was shots from forever ago, and they just still find people. So yeah, you see these guys over here. It'll just kind of float above them and then rain down. Yeah, this is our uppercut attack. It's similar to the helicopter attack we had on our lightning. But, of course, it's a lot more put into it. So yeah, you can do some little bowling, just do some mowing down. Yeah, as you can see, our dash really goes places, so that's another thing you can keep in mind, is that everything scales. Yeah, on the bottom left you can see the amount of bosses you defeated. So there's 9 bosses, and then once you've defeated all 9 of them, you can go ahead and try and challenge the main boss. This creativity you can get with this attack is great. Just start playing the game. It makes double jump into diving, lightning, ground pound. That was working well. Yep. I know what you're talking about. That's the one with the ninja swords, yeah. It's like, I think I know almost all of them, all the attacks, I think, which is a lot. But yeah, there's a massive list for the amount of things you can do. So yeah, please be experimenting. I love the amount of creativity you can put in the game, because I love to put my own touch into things. Alright. I put on a lot of defensive runes as well. Not runes, sorry. Armaments. So you can see that even when I take damage, I'm not really taking much, because I am using a lot of tanky passives. This game is definitely, if you don't love a challenge, it'll either be not for you, or alternatively you'll have to like grinding, or how do you say, leveling your character up. So yeah, I mean, I think because my coworker, I mean, like, everyone plays the game different ways. When I play this game, I want to like, I love the efficient strategies, so I want to just find the fastest way to do things. Because I don't know why, I love min-maxing everything for my builds. But when my coworker plays, he went for like the how do you say, most consistent route, or just like what would normally get him things. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the little beeps, I guess. You see, if when I hit him, it makes a little screeching sound. That means that he takes no damage in that spot. So for this guy, he actually doesn't take any damage except for in the head. So for fights like this, that's when the attacks in the air will really be key. You can hear them? Nice, thank you. And then, okay, so we got a lot of skulls around here too. So this fight has some ad clearing on top of its boss. So I mean, we could just do some raining arrows. There we go. Get some spinning going. Oh, I love this game. I could play this forever. Alrighty, so we'll get through one more boss. We'll get to our last giveaway, and then as always, thank you for everyone who joined. It's always super fun. I really wasn't expecting people to be able to make it, because it was just so impromptu. We were just like, well, I guess we should definitely do it. It's not super often that I have the time for like doing twice, but we just, I don't know. This game was super fun, so I really wanted to do it again. So yeah, thanks to everyone who joined. It was really, how do you say, last minute. So I'm really impressed anyone could have made it at all. I was expecting like one person maybe, but yeah, thank you so much everybody. Whoa. Okay, so the Great Centipede has a lot of different parts. I think ligaments is specifically for living things, so that might be the correct usage, but anyways, it has many different sections, so when you bigger attacks will have a better impact. And you can see as I cut him up, the sides that were on the back end of the cut will become heads. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I always explain things a little too convoluted. I feel like there's better, easier wording for this, but yeah. Oh wow, yeah, the projectiles are really doing some work. But yeah, just keep in mind, this is also, I'm using a very light build compared to what I could do. So anything I'm showing here you can do much more in your own time if you look through it. So I would highly recommend checking it out. Feel free to support Playsum, super fun. Toho quite a bit. Toho Luna Nights, yeah. I can see that, yeah. It's kind of arcadey vibes. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, so things are going to start getting more chaotic. It seems like there's a lot more of these popping up. And it doesn't help that I'm flying around the map. Sorry if there's like too much moving around for everybody. I'm trying to be tame about it. I wonder, yeah, so, I mean, of course, the build I'm using is really good for ad clearing, not super great for boss shredding. You can run your own kinds of combinations, see what you got, and I want to make a Samurai Bringer chat. I probably will, and I'm still trying to figure out the whole Discord situation, and I'm hoping to get it all solved out by this week. But yeah, I want to make a Samurai Bringer chat and channel. I guess it's the same, but then people can put their own attacks in it that they find out. I think that'd be so fun to do. I want to see what some of the people come up with. Oh man, we're really just doing it here. Alright, so that was probably all the arrows. Whoa. Okay. We'll get through the last one. And it's the last hit. Oh man, if I can even... I'll just shoot him, it's easier. There we go. Subjugation successful, let's go. I traverse, yeah, you traverse the map quickly. I don't know, it's like, I can't tell if things are like, how do you say, tiring on the eyes? Because I think it's slightly slower on your guys' end. And to anyone who is not in the Discord, please be sure to enter our Discord. It's work in progress, but we got a lot of great people there. And a lot of people are willing to help in anything playism, so it's a lot of fun. So yeah, be sure to join our Discord if you haven't already. And yeah, this would be Samurai Bringer for today. Thank you everybody for joining. Bye bye.